Hello and welcome back to part 2 of the Monaco trip 2023. We are just where we left off with the last video, walking around Monaco at night. So I think we'll start this video with the impressions of Monaco, and then we'll see what's going on the way back. But first, let's have some impressions. I want to show you what's going on here. Look at this, nicely lit up with all the water and stuff, and the old town over there with the nice red and white Monaco colors lighting up. And this is not actually a boat. This is just a building that looks like one. That's so crazy. I'd like to be here. That's so nice. It's so pretty. That's one view. When Monaco does something, they do it all the way and they don't stop anywhere. It's crazy, and you don't need this, but it's fun to see, I guess, just because it's way too expensive. I found a Twizy! So cute with the alloy rims. That's awesome. Looks just like mine, but with prettier wheels. There's a useful here. Awesome. We're just randomly walking back to my car, and there's a Honda dealer, and they got the Honda I can't talk anymore. The Honda ENY1 here, and I've never seen this in real life before. And it's just another subcompact SUV, I don't know. And as I know Honda and electric vehicles, that's not too good. So yeah, just why not make the Honda E cheaper and do this so much better than this SUV that no one needs? I don't know. Let's just take this Model 3, that's better. Or while we're at it, let's take this Lotus Electra. That's one hell of a car. That's technically so advanced and so interesting and so expensive, but that's crazy. Or the Evea is even better because it's sleeker and not that much of an SUV, but the Electra is interesting, nice, and that green looks good, at least in real life. I don't know how that looks on video, but like it, cool. We drove up here some hours ago to take a nap and have a little break up here. And look at the view you get. That's not Monaco, that's the other direction. But it still looks pretty nice. But we're just gonna have some little walk to have a look on Monaco itself. So that's somewhere up there. Always fun to walk this way up to the viewpoint, because you gotta walk some not well maintained road. There's some not well maintained house that always looks like someone just left, and that's how it is now. I don't know. And that's just like it looks for years since I was here for the first time. I don't know what's going on there, but I guess that's probably just some house from this observatorium up there for people that worked there. I'm not even sure if that's still active, what's up there on the hill next to the viewpoint. But yeah, always interesting to see how nothing changes and everything still has all the signs with danger and don't come here and blah blah. Okay, now this is one hell of a view, I would say. Look at those crazy views here. Sunrise over Monaco. Can't even see this with the camera as it is in real life. You just gotta come here and enjoy this because it's so pretty. From here you can see the whole country of Monaco with a lot of French village parts around it. But I can't exactly show you where the border is because I would have to look at the map. It's somewhere over there, I think, and then the border goes back this way and somewhere over there to the front, and it ends, I think, after this second little bay here. I should look on my phone and not in real life, but you get the point. It's not big. It's really a small country and a small city. And I gotta correct myself, it's not the smallest country in Europe, that's obviously Vatican. But it's definitely the highest population per area, so that was correct in the last part. We've just seen the sun rise over there, but Monaco is still in the shade. So we still gotta wait for some minutes. But it's such a nice place to have a look for that. And good that we did this in winter and not in summer. Then we had to get up or get up here at 7 a.m. and not at 4 a.m. or whatever. So that's a plus. Not that we wouldn't have been here at 4, because we would have been here anyway, but just to make a point here. And as the sun kinda comes over to Monaco, we are going to head back to the car and go back down because we want to find some breakfast. But you can see the sun coming through there already. But let's enjoy this from down there and not from up here, because up here we already enjoyed some of the sun. That's so beautiful. I can't compute. I almost forgot to film. We arrived back with 35% down here in the city, and we're trying to charge here at this nice ABB triple charger with attached cable. Let's plug in. Oops. Let's go. It's communicating. Contactors are going. That sounds good. And what does that say? I gotta translate that for me. Okay, seems like this sign says that we definitely aren't allowed to park here. At least the guy behind us thinks so as well, and he's French. So let's find another charging spot. There are enough chargers here, we just need to find one. And I'm not sure where exactly they are, but we're gonna figure that out. After some navigating around the city, we found another charger. Yep, and we are trying to charge, so that should be okay. Why ever no one puts them where they belong, and always above those thingies there? I don't know. Let's plug in. AC is sadly in use by this guy. Okay, nothing to do here. Does it just start or no? Hello? Are we communicating? We are not. What is going on with this? Why isn't this working? We need some juice. Hello. Ah, here we go. I think the display is broken. Wow. Ah, no. Here we go. I think it did do something. Start. Why does it always do something when I tap it again? Okay. That's ready. Start. Ah, now something's happening. Communicating, contactors are going. Contactors in the car are going. And we are charging. Wow, finally, it did work. How much speed can we get? Battery's pretty cold. So I guess not much more than 31 kilowatts. Okay, we're charging. That's all I need to see. I'm happy. Perfect. I think they got a marathon or something down there. That's interesting. They just had the starting shot thing there. Interesting. And over there's a helicopter. Nice. Yeah, so that's why we weren't allowed to charge up there, because they will be running until 12, I guess, which seems pretty long, but okay. Some more nice views here. Update: they opened the pool. It's probably a triathlon. Not that I would have gotten that idea because I'm stupid, but my friends aren't, so that's great. We just had some very good breakfast at a local bakery, and now we're heading back to the car to park it somewhere else to not block the charger for too long. I think we should be fully charged already, and then we're gonna have another look at the casino during the day before we head back home. And there are so many people running. Funny. And there's an electric bus. Everywhere I go, I see electric buses and I love it. That just feels wrong with those fake snow Christmas trees and the sun and the blue sky and the warm weather. Right next to the Starbucks. It's weird. It doesn't fit together in my head. We just came back to the car. We are charged up to 100%. We charged 37.8 kilowatt hours for free. That's awesome. And we almost didn't block anything. We were finished like 10 minutes ago. So everything's fine. All as it should be. Now we're gonna go towards the casino to have a look at it during the day again. And then we're gonna head back towards home because it's already 11 a.m. and we need about good 12 hours to get home. So yeah, we gotta do that. Now there's definitely more people here, and it's still so weird with the Christmas trees and the sun, and it's so warm here. I'm sweating, that's crazy. And then you look on this side and nothing looks like Christmas here. just looks like summer, but it isn't. It's December and I've got my warm jacket on. This tree looks amazing, but it isn't even real. It's a plastic tree. That's truly kinda sad, I gotta say. We are back where we started this video last night, at the beautiful gardens below the casino with the port and everything right next to us. It's so pretty. I mean, just look at this, and look at this awesome blue water over there with those nice views. That's just so pretty. I don't even want to leave, but I have to because we gotta be home tonight, so it's pretty much time to go. It's already 11:38 a.m. so yeah, let's head back to the car and then rip it towards home. All right, we are back in the car. I just put in my home address, but I skipped that to hide it from you. The next supercharger is somewhere in Italy. We'll see if we're gonna stop here or there. 8% for 260 kilometers. If the weather stays how it is, that should be working, but let's see about that. First, we're gonna hit the beach somewhere over here anyway, so, but we're gonna have a look how that works out. But let's exit the parking garage first, so we don't have to pay any extra fees. That wouldn't be great, so let's avoid that and then head home to be there at maybe midnight. I hope that would be awesome. And we are back in Italy, I think. Yes, there it is. There comes the sign. Welcome to Italia. That's how fast you exit France from Monaco. So now 144 kilometers on this highway. We are currently in the village we visited last night. The supercharger is just down there in this parking lot down there. And now we're driving through it during the day to have a look at it. And because the coastal road is just so much nicer than the highway up there, so we're just gonna go through here, take a quick stop at the beach in 12 minutes and just enjoy the Côte d'Azur before we head back to Switzerland and to the not as nice weather probably. So that's awesome. We are currently at our little stop at the beach, and it's interesting. Here's a wall of gravel that the water got here, I guess. But it's so warm, it's like 22 degrees in the sun, Celsius of course. Really warm, really nice. We don't even need a jacket, just the scarf for the wind and stuff. But for December, it's like, it feels like late summer. It's wild and it's so pretty here. And I know it's more of, oh my god, look at it, it's pretty, than driving, but I don't know. Just have to show you because it's so nice. We are done watching the beach. Now let's continue to the supercharger. We should be arriving still with 11%. That's all right. We're at 52 and we already drove 154 kilometers. When we're continuing like that, we're gonna make it 300. But maybe the weather gets worse, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna hit the road and continue to the charger to be there in about an hour, 118 kilometers. We just randomly drove into some thick fog and we're not sure where it's coming from because there's no big water around us except for this bit and well, okay, there is some water, but doesn't seem to be that much. I don't know what's going on here, but it's really not that little, so crazy. I don't know. we just arrived with 9% state of charge at the supercharger, which is a V2 on the rest stop. So we don't even need to exit the highway. This is awesome. Over there is another one for the other direction. And those are all pull-in spots, which is awesome. Awesome for trailering and not good for me not being able to guess how long my car is. Let's drive back a bit. Yep, we gotta line up like this. Now it should fit. Because those are short cables. Let's plug in here and see what speeds we can get. Because I think that's not a full 150 kilowatt V2. Is it? Oh yes it is. Perfect. Nice. No one's with us at stall number 1 or at charger number 1. We are at 1B, I think. Yes. Over there's 1A. No one's there. That's great. And we are ramping up slowly as we're used to with V2. But that's good. And we need about, it doesn't even tell us yet, 129 kilometers. So 40 to 50% more than now to arrive with 10% buffer again. So yeah, 60 to 70%, something like that. Should be okay. We're gonna go inside this auto grill there and yeah, get some coffee and stuff. 146. That's probably all the charger can give us. That's good. We can live with that. All right, we are charged up to 69%. Nice. We will be arriving with 15%, I think, at our next supercharging stop destination at 6:15. So that's all right. 129 kilometers. That's good. And we're heading out. We are just about to hit the Swiss border, or the border between Italy and Switzerland, just over here. And of course there's some kind of traffic jam, but it isn't as bad as I expected, so that's pretty good. We still got 42 kilometers to go to the supercharger. And the car's already preconditioning for 5 minutes, I think. 30 minutes to go, but that's all good. And those border controls always make everything go really slow here. Even though they don't even check every car, they just have a look if there are some suspicious looking cars or so, and if not, then you can just go through. Pretty easy. So yeah, half an hour to go, and then we charge again. We are just arriving at the supercharger, and some Model 3 blocks the trailer spot. That's something you should never do. Always use the non-trailer spots if you don't need it. Those are weirdly placed, I would say. Or are they? No, I'm just looking at it the wrong way. Everything's fine. But those superchargers will only deliver 125 kilowatts. So that's gonna be a slow charge. Let's quickly jump out and plug in. And it's a lot colder than before. Charging flap opens for me. That's perfect. Let's get that boy in and get that boy locked back in here. Communicating. Looking good. Come on. Start charging. V2 is so slow. Yes, there we go. Charging. Perfect. At 17% state of charge. So that's good. I guess we gotta charge up until, what do we need? We don't know what we need because the maps aren't loading right now. Alright, let's fix that problem, and after that we are gonna see how much we need to charge. After a reboot, everything works again, and it wants us to charge here for 30 minutes, but it doesn't show how much it wants us or how much we need. It wants us to go 240 kilometers. That seems a bit far to me with the current outside temperatures and all the hills and stuff. Not sure if we're gonna do that, but I would say we just charge as much as we are here for anyway. Go into the gas station and look for some stuff and so on, find a restroom, record a charge guide, and then we'll see what we do. And we clean our mirrors because they are looking like shit. So yeah, let's do that first. We are charged up to 84% and we definitely have enough. Also, it rerouted us. Now we only have to go 200 kilometers and not 260 or what it was. And my car also rebooted while we were away. I'm not sure what happened there, but it took another better charging option, so that's good. So let's jump out and unplug. We're only getting below 60 kilowatts. That's not helping anymore. So that's good. Get that boy in here, close that up, perfect. And let's head out on the next 200 kilometers for the next 2 and something hours. And let's get the music loading. Great. So let's go out this way, I guess. I don't know. Let's hope it's all right. Good. On to the next leg. And we arrived at the next supercharger. And what did I want to say? I have no idea. Nothing interesting happened, so I wasn't filming anything. 17% on arrival, that's pretty good. So let's just plug in here. Group. Great thing. Oh, it's cold outside, 10 degrees still. Let's let it ramp up. As soon as it does. It's also interesting, some of the shops put up a sign, Tesla drivers welcome, enjoy, instead of sitting around at those shops, which are just in this small thing there, I guess. Or food court or whatever it is, I don't know. It's again a V2 supercharger, as you might have seen, with limit to 125 kilowatts. It seems like Switzerland has quite a lot of them. Here we go, 123, that's pretty much all it can. Whoa! 129! Damn! Awesome. We take what we can get. That's great. Even though it says 125 max. Awesome. Cool. Let's zap up real quick. We gotta hit Karlsruhe supercharger as basically last, because I gotta bring my friend to his car. And then I gotta come home and I gotta have enough juice to get around tomorrow and the next days. So let's see. Freiburg, Offenburg, Karlsruhe. Let's see how much we need to get there. 35 minutes of charging. 40 minutes. 244 kilometers. Maybe we're just gonna hit Baden-Baden at the V4. Let's do that. Let's not go to Karlsruhe. Let's go a bit shorter, then we don't need to charge for that long here, and we can enjoy the V4. Yeah, that's the one to go to. 25 minutes to charge, 200-ish kilometers to 13. That's good. Yeah, nice. Let's hit that next. Alrighty, we are charged up to 83% and we decided to go to KFC for dinner, which is just around the corner, because everything that's here, it's Subway and we don't want Subway, and Hans im Glück would take too long, so we figured we'd go to KFC just down the road. And then we should be arriving in Baden-Baden with 16% state of charge, so that's enough. So yeah, let's unplug, I would say. And it's still raining outside. That's so disgusting. Nice. Working well. Switching drivers again, so I'm on the passenger side. And the door closes by itself, that's great. Let's go. And I gotta put my seat in another position because that's not so nice. Okay, let's go. We've got our dinner and we're on our way to the supercharger in Baden-Baden, which we will arrive with 15% with current calculations, so let's see about that. But yeah, should be good to go. 212 kilometers from here. We are almost at the border to Germany, and I just noticed that I didn't cross any Swiss border on the whole trip myself. I was passenger every single time. That's funny. I only crossed the borders between France and Italy, and France and Monaco, of course. But yeah, anyway, we are almost back in Germany. That means 160 kilometers to go. We gotta take the left lane. And yeah, always fun to cross the border here, because also we have to like go really slow and shit. And then we're back home, and I can already see the nice sign over there. Yeah. And there it is, our favorite sign. Let's go! Always good to be back home. And we're already arriving with 12% in Baden-Baden. Whoops! Nice. We are just arriving with 2% state of charge. And here is the beautiful V4 supercharger. And preconditioning is ripping. Only started like... Yeah, that guy's always blocking there, kinda. Let's use one of those beautiful stalls with a very long cable. Yes.
Game zone, oh yeah.
Yes. Looking good. Nice. 2%. Just as we should. Oh my god. That's windy and cold out here. We all know this. Let's get this cable, chunky boy, and it doesn't open because they still sit in the car. Here we go. As long as someone sits on the driver's seat, it doesn't open the charge port. So we are already charging just as fast as V3. Awesome. Oh my god, that wind is awful. And here we are, already ramping up. 104, 106, 115, 126 until we're ramped up. We're already at 4% probably. 150, 163, 170. And that's the peak we can get. But 170 at 4%. 171. Gotta be so much current. Nice. Love it. Alright. So I guess we're gonna charge to maybe 50-60%. 10-15 minutes should be enough. We're not gonna fully charge. I'm gonna do that on Wednesday. But just enough for us to get to my friend's car and then that I can go home, and we're up to 172. As the voltage goes up, the power goes up, as the current seems to be maxed out. Let's have a quick look. Just want to see this, what the car does. Service. Okay, enable and turn climate on. And let it load, and we're already down to 169, 170 again, 171. Come on, give me all the data. I want to see this high voltage charging. We are at 374 volts, which is normal for the low state of charge, and 460 amps. And I think 461 maybe might be a peak. And now we're already going down. 166. Because the battery's too cold? Are you kidding me? We navigated here. You started preconditioning like 5 minutes ago. That's your fault. And now you're blaming it on me. That's not how you make your drivers happy, Tesla. But I'm still happy. 160 kilowatts is pretty good. And it's 11 degrees outside. It's just as cold as last night at the Mediterranean Sea. But with a lot more wind and rain. And it's disgusting here. So yeah, maybe charging to 60% or so, and then we are ripping home. We are at 69%. That's enough for now. I'm just gonna hop out in the rain. Ew, disgusting. And unplug us, and the V4 stall is ripping. And the button here isn't working. Why is this button not working? Hello, please unlock. Oh, stupid. That button's broken somehow. And this is also, I don't know who thought this was a good idea, but that doesn't work too well. I don't know, I like the V4 stalls because the cables are awesome long and stuff, but the cables are falling out and the buttons for unlocking don't work, so I'm not sure about that. Anyway, let's get our friend to his car and then into bed, because I'm tired as heck. So yeah, and then I'm gonna give you all the stats from the trip. We just arrived back home, and let's have a quick look at our stats. Here is our Monaco trip. 1,771 kilometers. We used 314 kilowatt hours and had an average consumption of 17.8, which is higher than my long time average consumption. I guess because it was colder and there were some mountains and stuff, probably, but I'm not sure. Still, for the distance, and I think it's okay. I can live with it. Yeah. Anyway, to conclude this whole trip, awesome. Do spontaneous stuff. It's the best. It's just the most fun you can have. Even though you might lack some sleep, but that's not the worst thing. You can sleep when you're dead. That's great. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.